cohésion. Enfin, d'une façon, passons le message que nous voulons vivre dans la dignité. Policiers, militaires, on compte sur vous. Pour que notre pays-là reste toujours dans la paix. Musulmans et chrétiens, une même prière. Pour que notre pays-là reste toujours dans la paix. Étudiants et commerçants, on compte sur vous. Pour que notre pays-là.
He was one of the most loved presenters on France 24, promoting African culture and artists. Today, our show is a tribute to our friend and colleague, Amobé Mévégué. He died suddenly last week, aged 52.
He began working here at France 24 in 2009 as a music critic for the French and English channels, and in 2013 started presenting the Monday Music Show in French. Luc Schrago has more. Hello, this is the French side.
Hello.
Hello, what are you doing on your programme today?
Today we have a legend, an icon, Manu Dibango, one of the best artists ever. He is on stage in a few minutes and we are so excited.
So if you tune into the French side of France 24, that's what you get with Amobé.
That was indeed what you got with Amobé Mévégué. An excitement and love for the job he did for 34 years, blazing a trail across both television and radio.
Dès ses débuts à RFI, dès les années 95, c'était une star, Amobé. Il tenait son émission, c'était un grand rendez-vous et on savait, nous les journalistes, on essayait de se débrouiller pour avoir un bulletin d'actualité pas très loin de l'émission d'Amobé parce qu'on savait qu'on aurait plus d'auditeurs.
Cutting his teeth in journalism at a Paris-based African radio station in the late 1980s, the Cameroonians later move on to RFI, and France 24 would give him the scope to touch on a range of the issues and culture he loved, bringing an energy to the airwaves that he would carry through his entire career.
Amobé, c'était un showman, il partait à l'antenne sans script ou presque, il disait « t'inquiète pas » et en fait il fallait le suivre, il fallait juste lui faire confiance et c'était vraiment un plaisir.
He never forgot his roots, always seeking to put African culture in the spotlight. And he carved out a space within the media sphere in France and beyond. Never short of ideas either, he founded a paper magazine, Afrobiz, before going on to create the Pan-African Ubiz News, a mixture of information and entertainment that broadcasts in 40 countries.
On parle d'Amobé qui est food culture, on parle d'Amobé qui insiste sur les grands pans de l'histoire, mais on peut parler d'Amobé aussi avec un propos politique, avec un propos sportif. C'est quelqu'un qui s'était fixé aucune limite. Et l'aventure de Ubiz News, je crois que pour lui, c'était cette idée de repartir, de refaire ses classes à partir d'un concept que lui-même avait mis sur pied.
As the coronavirus pandemic wrought havoc worldwide, Amobé drew together artists from around the world, not just once but twice, for 2 editions of the WAN, or Worldwide Afro Network, show in both 2020 and 2021. A true demonstration of a man with a foot on 2 continents and determined to link them both.
Tributes have been flooding in for Amobé, who over the years interviewed and worked with thousands of people from all over the world.
He was someone who knew how to mix artists and guests from all horizons and was as likely to have a small up-and-coming French garage surf band on the show as he was to mix them with the big Ivorian hip-hop star. Yes, all that together. Now let's take a look and listen to some of the singers and musicians whose lives he touched.
C'est quelqu'un d'exceptionnel qu'on a perdu, quelqu'un qui était parmi les premiers promoteurs de l'art africain, de l'art noir, de la musique africaine. On a perdu un ami. Et la dernière fois, lors du premier confinement, tout le monde se souvient de son projet One, où j'étais le parrain d'honneur, où on a fait chanter plus de 100 et quelques chanteurs africains dans le monde pour faire un show virtuel qui est resté dans nos mémoires. Amobé, repose en paix, mon frère, mon ami, notre Goro.
I met Amobé for the first time when I was 20 in Paris. I was a young actress and I was quite desperate because of what I was facing in the French film industry. And meeting him was incredibly refreshing because he was totally aware of what was happening, and at the same time he was a real fighter. It gave me a feeling of having a big brother in the industry. He wanted us all to succeed. So he wanted to know where I was working, what I was doing, and what I was facing, and he was really able to truly listen to you and try and give you the best energy possible.
Quand on sait l'immensité du talent d'Amobé, quand on sait son militantisme pour l'Afrique, quand on sait ses projets, toutes ces initiatives qu'il a mises en place dans le monde de la culture et du showbiz, on s'est dit que c'est une grosse perte pour le continent.
As a person, Amobé cheered us all up with his good vibes and positivity. It was always a delight to see him every Monday morning. He's always the first in, quietly working away.
And as a presenter, he lit up the screen with his glowing presence. The viewers felt it. His shows were watched by hundreds of thousands most weeks. And the guests felt it too.
Salut à tous, merci de rejoindre ce numéro exceptionnel de l'émission À l'affiche. Hi, Icon.
How's it going?
Welcome to Paris.
Pleasure.
Hi, Ziggy Marley. Hi, Hugh. How are you? You are currently releasing many albums with a different influence, African, American, Latino, and pop, international pop. So my question is, are you trying to take over the world, Mr. Ekan?
I wouldn't say take over the world, but I am trying to fulfill my passion musically.
Allez, la Guadeloupe, Haïti, Saint-Domingue, Saint-Martin, la Guyane, un petit peu partout, Africa, le world, la Norvège, bref, on va s'arrêter là. Rire inimitable, celui de Manu Dibango. Bonjour.
Bonjour Amobé.
Alors, un rire inimitable, une baraka incroyable. Qui est ton marabout? C'est quoi le secret?
La vie.
What does Africa mean to you? Do you have a special link? Yeah. What does Africa represent to you?
Africa is the beginning, and then Africa is the home, Africa is the heart. Africa unite, cause we're moving right out of Babylon. And we're going to our father's land. Really?
Hey, Jamaican.
Moi, je dois confesser que je suis un peu amoureux d'elle, elle est tellement belle.
De cette fameuse Shakira. Hein?
Oui, même si sa danse du ventre me donne un peu le mal de mer, j'ai du mal à suivre.
Now, Daft Punk's Get Lucky. Are you two fans?
I am definitely.
Both.
Definitely.
It sounds good, it's catchy, you got to tune every day, every night, all the time.
She's up all night to get sun.
I'm up all night to get sun.
She's up all night for good fun. We're up all night to get lucky.
I remember when I actually tried to convince them to sing that at the end of the song, and they were both like, do you think that's a good idea? But he was just up for anything. He was so easygoing. Marjorie, you worked opposite him as the English music show presenter on Mondays. Tell us about a memory you have of him.
Oh, well, actually, one of the memories that came back to me was that just maybe a year and a half or so before I even knew I was going to end up at France 24 talking about music and a great passion, I remember going to the UNESCO here in Paris to watch a conference and a show dedicated to witchcraft and the witchcraft trials in the US, and particularly how overlooked African-American women were in that situation, and who came on stage to introduce the event, Amobé, and I was like, oh, it's the music guy, the cool music guy from France 24, and so it was funny that a year and a half later I ended up working across him, and he was always very calm, and then we'd be like, busy typing at our desks, and then suddenly we'd be like, do you know this? Yeah, gossip, blah, blah, blah. And then who have you got on? Oh, yeah, I want, yeah. And so it was always this sort of nice, calm and soothing experience to be. I can't believe we're not going to see him anymore.
I know. The world of culture is really going to miss him, and we're going to miss him too.
Oh, absolutely. And it's just something that we're going to do now is to pay tribute to him with a play out of JP Bimeni and the Black Belts who played live on Amobé's show a few years back. Thank you for your company as we say goodbye to a dear member of our team, Amobé Mévégué.
Missing you, darling.
I personally attended his wedding 20 years ago in Senegal, and since that day, we become like family.
I definitely looked up to him as the big brother, as an example to follow.
For the rest of my life, I'll be so...
Il y a 5 ans, quand ma mère était en convalescence à l'hôpital, il avait souhaité prendre son numéro de téléphone et le soir même, il avait demandé de ses nouvelles. Il traitait tout le monde comme si c'était un membre de sa famille.
C'était les stars qui avaient envie d'être interviewées sur son plateau, c'était pas lui qui courait après les gens.
Il y avait des tas d'invités qui défilaient dans le studio, Amobé passait de l'un à l'autre, il ne restait pas bloqué, figé derrière son micro.
C'est vraiment quelqu'un que je n'ai jamais vu en colère, ni... il faisait oublier tous les désagréments du quotidien.
I loved him so much, and I'm not the only one. He will really be truly missed.
Pour toi, guerrier Amobé, sache que tout combat est dit.